What up, YouTube? So I just wanted to explain a few things here. As you can see, I put my fender wells in, and I had a lot of people asking me how I was gonna do this since I had already installed the fenders. So in the last video, y'all saw where I put the front end on, or me and my son did. And I had some doubts myself. I didn't know if it was possible, but it seemed like it would be. What I found out is it's easier if you do this through the bottom. It is possible. You can do it. I didn't have any help this go around, so it'll be a lot better with two people. There's a few things I had to do to be able to get these wheel wells in from the bottom, and not ideal at all. But I did have to remove this lower valance that connects to the fenders. And this is a passenger side, I started on this one first. When I was putting this one in, it was binding up on the upper control arm. So it was either remove the upper control arm or the fender. And I remembered that I needed to cut my coils. There they are right there. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I got to remove the coils to cut them. So that made the decision a lot easier. So by then, you separate the arm from the spindle, and then you just have these two nuts to take the whole arm out. So that was an easy decision. After I took the arm out, it went in easy. It'd be a lot better if you had some help. It is a two-man job. I did do both of them by myself because my son was at school, and I forgot where he was the second time, but I did these a couple of days apart. But after I did the first one, the second one wasn't that hard. Another detail on these is the opening on the wheel well. So that's not the way it comes from the factory. There is a line that follows that right there, and I just use that line as a guide to cut them. And the reason I did that is the metal comes up to about right here, and then it hangs down maybe another inch, and then probably another inch in the back. But that whole thing was full of staples and full of holes from the staples, from that little flap they use from the factory to keep water from coming into your engine. Excuse me. And I didn't want to weld up all of those staple holes. So as you can see, the fender well is nice and clean. I welded up all the extra holes, and I really didn't want to do all that. So I just cut it out. But having that cut out like that actually helped put in the fender from the bottom. Because if you remember what I said, the A-arm is where it was binding up. It was keeping it from going in. So that opening after the arm was out, it just made it a lot easier. I don't recommend doing this by yourself. If you have some help, it'll be a lot easier. It'll be a lot better. Luckily, I didn't damage anything. I didn't scratch anything. It was just kind of stupid doing it by myself. Those things are big, they're bulky, and they're kind of hard to handle. So, and then I had to have the car jacked up a little bit, and I really couldn't reach over and try to hold it at the same time. So if you have to do this, just make sure you have some help, and some good help, just to keep an eye on things here. And since you don't want to scratch anything. That's really it from this video. I just wanted to explain that a little bit. I'm about to put on my rocker moldings, so that's going to be the next video, guys. So I'll catch you on the next one.